does it actually show the game? How do I do any of this stuff? It is not showing the game. Why is it not showing the game? That is about that is the mic levels maxed out. How do I show the game? I thought I had it set up to show the game, but it does not show the game. Game capture. Okay, display capture instead of game capture. Okay. So now if I do this, there we go. That works. Okay. Okay, so how is the game audio compared to me talking? Is it adequate for me talking over it? Because I am dealing with multiple sound adjustment options here. Okay. We are 4 minutes till actual live. Let's have some fun. I am excited. Let's get this on social media related things. Cause it's your boy. Okay. Oh yeah. So should I just be using a automatic 1080p aspect ratio because it's just taking my 2560 and just mushing it, or is that just how it looks when I look at it on Twitch? Okay, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and jump the gun and take 2 minutes ahead of time and just start up. Guys ready? Oh yeah. If you have never seen or even heard of My Summer Car, this is a survival game. It's a mechanic simulator game. It's a racing simulator game. And it's probably one of the very few games where you can drink your own urine to survive. Oh, I thought I had clicked, whatever. Alright. We do not want permanent death on, because I guarantee I will die a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot. have to exit out of the game and restart it in 1080p because it don't like not running in 1080p. Alright. It's looking a little better. The infinite Steam overlay though, that's not even supposed to be capturing. Oh, that's great. It is really reacting well to this. Alright, let's go. Last name. Alright. And no, I think in Fallout 3 is the only other game I can think of that starts in this exact manner. Well, not in the exact situation, but very few games let you witness the birth of yourself, the player character. God damn. Yes. That is the most important thing to remember. This takes place in Finland, which is a magical place. And it takes place in 1995, which is a magical time. Okay. Now, I've played this game, but I've never like actually done the full-on legitimate grind. I just kind of got bored like halfway through. Oh, I can hear stuff falling. Gotta love Unity engine where stuff just starts hitting the ground as soon as you open the game. This is a very fun game. The first thing you do every day in Finland is drink a beer. Okay. Now this is our car. And yeah, it's not going anywhere. So, now, believe it or not, this stupid game where you can literally piss into the air. What button did I assign urine to? Let's see. B. I use a gamepad, so stuff is very strange. But you can literally urinate into your own mouth to fulfill your own thirst. So enjoy that, because we're going to be doing that a lot. But this game is probably one of the most detailed and accurate mechanic simulator games, more so than car mechanic simulator, because you actually have like valves and you have to adjust the valve spacing, you have to adjust the timing of the distributor, you have to adjust the tightness of the belt, you literally have to run wires to everything, and it's a nightmare and it will drive you crazy, and you guys are going to get to see that. Camshaft, crankshaft, everything. Like this is impressively accurate if you actually know much about cars. So one of the first things we gotta do is run over to our uncle's house and hope he's home. Because if he's home, we can just get the van. and then we can drive the van to town and load it up with the few supplies we're gonna need. But if he's not, which he's not, because the van's not here, we can at least get some free stuff. Oh, no. Oh, okay, we do not want to drink that yet, because that we'll drink the vodka later, and then we will have about 15 minutes where we can't really do anything in the game, and we'll just hang out and talk for a bit. You get free money here, which I did not get much. I only got like 700. But now that we don't have the van, we're just gonna go to town. I'm glad there's no lost frames because it looks like crap as I'm playing it, but when I look down at the capture, it looks good. It's gonna take a lot of getting used to looking down at the chat, so that is just gonna be me because I suck at that. Now, what I really love about this game is every little thing. Like I didn't set the kickstand up, and now I'm already on it. Every little thing is gonna drive you crazy because there's like a surreal level of accuracy. Now I have like realistic clutching turned on and everything. It's really great about this game is it you accurately have like to clutch and shift, and if you have the settings turned on right, you can just completely destroy the motor in your car and send pistons through the floor, which is probably what we'll do when we actually try to do any major driving for the first time. And even this little pit bike thing is so ridiculously accurate. Like, one, it's made for kids, so in order to even get going, you put it in the first gear with the throttle maxed out, and it's just like, and then it goes. And then for the boat, you have to. Oh, I got it on the first try. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So, like I said, I've played this enough to know the quickest ways to get the car going. Just really where the fun is, because like building the car is fun enough until you get about halfway through, and then you really just get tired of moving the scroll wheel back and forth and having to switch back and forth between wrenches, because like I work on cars in real life and none of the sizes make sense. Like you're gonna be looking and like something that should be huge is tiny and something that should be tiny is huge, and it's like that's not okay, whatever, just yeah, surrealism, realism. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of this prolonged traveling. Is there there's no second gear on the boat? No, there's not. Okay, yeah, so prolonged traveling, it's relaxing in a way until we get the car, and then we don't have the thing that tells us when the cops are going to be around the corner. And then the cops chase us and we die, and we have to go get our car and spend way too much time repairing it. So that's where some oops, I accidentally Alt F4'd and clicked on the save editor and unstuck my car so that it's not an hour and a half of just sadness. So that might happen. Oh yes, the endless travels from Outward. the which I found out it's really easy if you just use generic cheat engine and speed mod the memory on the game. So I might, because that's really one of the main reasons I got tired of that game, because it's like, okay, yeah, I got about a half hour of walking just to sit here and be bored. Oh, man, this is the life. The thing is, this is supposed to be Finland, but this just feels like Midwest Indiana. Like you can just smell the diesel trucks and the cow shit. It's just it feels very realistic. And woke up, drank a beer, hopped in the boat. Now, if that doesn't sound like Indiana Lakers to you, I don't think you've been to Indiana, because these guys will wake up and get drunk at like 4:30 in the morning, and then go out and sit on the boat and drink all day, and that's it. That's retired life in Indiana, really. Like, you either barely scrape by, and like it's awful, or you own a boat and barely scrape by and it's awful. But then you go out on the boat and you drink and you forget everything. Yeah, so this is the quickest way. This is actually quicker than the van, but you can fit a lot more in the van and you can drive it right up to the store. But this is the quickest way to get the basic amenities at the start of the game. Because we need, like, I think 2 bottles of antifreeze, 4 bottles of brake fluid. We need a belt, battery. We can get some paint if we want. And it's good to get just sausages. But when we're in the boat, we only want to get stuff that fits in a plastic bag when they sell it to you. Because it takes a long time to walk anything to this boat, and you can't carry more than one thing at a time. So there are many times where I have sat and I have, like, did this camera flick, grabbing and throwing 5 items, moving them 3 feet, walking down the road, doing said camera flick again, and doing that for about an hour. Cause yeah, that's just kind of what you do. There's a lot of just wasting time in this game. I also gotta say, like I said, how the cars behave very accurately with clutching and braking, which I don't have rev matching turned on because I don't have that complex of a setup. I do have pedals. But even the boats steer like big turds, just like in real life. Like, I I I hate boats. Like, I hate driving boats. I hate being on boats. I hate. I've had so many people just try to give me boats because people don't want their boats, because, like, you can't sell them if they're not in good condition and they don't run. And just a majority of people just, when they think of a boat, they think, oh yeah, it's all nice and it's pretty and it's got a live well. And when you actually go and look at boats, it's like, oh, are we gonna sink? Like, this is saying, I've seen sturdier wood on my dad's 100-year-old barn. Oh shit. People will just run you down in the roads. Because if you didn't know, Finland is the true inspiration for Mad Max. Like, Thunderdome and everything. So this is Taymon's shop. Now I'll try to pronounce Finnish words, but I am not Finnish in any way. I don't. Oh, pussy again. It's time for that pussy. 4, 1. Oh yeah, we need motor oil. Not the sausages, Taymon. Anything but the sausages. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna have to look up the mixture, because it's a very lucrative process if you get the mixture right on this. What do they call it? Curva? No, is it curva? I don't know. It's been very long. Um, Yeast and sugar wine that tastes awful, but it's like purized alcohol. So you can sell that later and make a good amount of money, because we are gonna run out of money very quickly. Especially, yeah, that's racking up. Like I said, we only want to get things that should fit in the bag. I hope I didn't pick anything that didn't, but I'll just leave it sit outside. The creator of the game is from Finland, so he just made like what he calls an accurate representation of how he remembers it. Um, what color should we do? Having trouble picking. Hmm. Let's just buy more sausage while we're thinking. Where's that put us? Oh, we got plenty of money. Chrome with flames. There's these colors. We can mod in some shit later. I'll have to figure out how to do that, but I'm sure it's copying and pasting. Uh, let's just go plain black for now. Spoken truly, friend. Spoken truly. You can pee on him. Oh no. That's a lot of stuff that didn't fit in the bags. Well, we're gonna put it outside, and we're gonna hope Uncle comes back with the van soon. I just imagine this guy like leaning through reality, squatting around and like reducing himself to less than 2 feet from the like. Yeah, I'd say he's about 2 feet from the ground, just squatting around carrying stuff, leaning through reality and causing the items to phase shift. He just comes up and like, hey, what's up, Tamon? Like, I'm just gonna put this outside. Whoa, what? Okay, that one's. This thing does not like to break the laws of the time-space continuum. Good on it. Okay, well, at least a majority of stuff fit in the bag, because we gotta run all the way back to the boat, get in the boat, and drive all the way home. And the magical scroll wheel will come into effect because it is going to get very annoying to get stuff lined up just right. It is a Unity game after all, so even though it's like, okay, thingy goes here, and you try to put it there, and it's like, I don't know, man. Like, this is obviously exactly the spot where you should be putting this, but you're not looking at the like collision box, and these are like Mortal Kombat on. No, this is like Virtua Fighter like collision boxes. So good luck. And if you've never played Virtua Fighter, it is probably the worst fighting game ever. And really only because it just got awful. Like, I'm sure it has some merit in like the time and genre. Just like a boat. But yeah, I really can't stand Virtua Fighter. Ugh. Yeah, this is another thing we're gonna get used to seeing, the push hands and just the weirdly weirdly weird hands in this game in general. No, no, don't push it. Wrong button. Ugh. Oh, that was weird. I pushed it and started the climb command at the same time, and the game didn't really know what to do. Okay. So We are very thirsty, but we'll make it home to the beer case before we run out of any major things. Let me see if I can remember. Satana. Where's the middle finger button? God. Gestures is V. I thought I hit V. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that hand right there. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. The great outdoors. Smell the sewage runoff and the grain industry has caused a lot of fertilizer runoff into the water. So there's all this gross, disgusting algae. This is just like home, man. Like geese are shitting all over the water, so you're not allowed to swim in it. So there's an E. coli warning. Like, this is straight up just Finleyanda. That is the worst. Yeah, I'll shut up. Oh man. I really want to see someone have like a inboard motor mod for this game, where you just get a straight up speedboat and you have to like build the motor into the boat, and you run into all the problems of inboard boat motors where it's like, oh, I gotta do this very simple thing, but they built a giant fiberglass case around it, and now I can't physically reach anything without like professionally detaching that along painted seams. And yeah, fuck that. It's like, oh hey, Brandon, do you want this antique ass boat with holes in the bottom with a motor that's seized and, completely ruined? I can't literally get anyone to take it. I'm like, oh no, thank you. I don't want boats. That's part of having any vague remote knowledge of vehicle mechanics and living in a more down home area is people just be like, oh hey, you want to buy this hunk of scrap that barely works and put way too much time and money into fixing it? And it's like, no, no, thank you. I I have two hunks of scrap sitting at home that are already being dutifully neglected. I I think boats are a literal source of evil. I have never seen a person who owns a boat be happy for more than like a year before that boat causes just immense sadness. Unless they're rich. I mean, that's the qualifier for anything though. I've never seen a normal person have a boat and not hate it, but rich people don't care because they can just buy a new boat or pay an exuberant price for a marina part. Okay, we are almost home. And you can barely see the dock. Now, pro tip for someone who's actually, been on a boat. In real life, you just kind of like get it so you start slowly floating by the dock. Then you just reach out and grab it. But you can't do that in this game because it doesn't want to let you. So just kind of steer. Whoa. What was that? Why didn't that pop up? I have the Kajigger popped up. Oh well, we're well overshooting our target, but we're fine. Oh, Milan followed. Hello, Senor Milan. Why did that not pop up on stream? Okay. So you can see this is extremely realistic physics. This is exactly how everything works. Oh, that's why I need the lean right button. Okay. So here comes the fun of the Unity engine. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lean right. Okay. I will be probably rebinding controls on this game repeatedly. Hear it strain and then spin out. Probably hear my shitty pedals clicking as I try to realistically clutch this thing. Oh. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Now we're going straight. See, that's a trick you can use in real life. If you can't get your pit bike to go straight, slam your head into the ground. Works every time. No, my pedals have no dead zone, so I constantly, it's 100% or zero. So at this point, that's just easier than anything else. Oh yeah, I can just try to put it into third. Yeah, that's the easiest way to shut off a pit bike, is just to put it into a high gear. Okay, so now we start the nightmare process of everything relating to the car. So mosquito spray is very important for later. Sausages, well, those are a given. Those are an essential Finnish food piece. Oh yeah. You can see the very high quality process of emptying out the bag. It's the most realistic car mechanic simulator ever. And to say otherwise is to openly blaspheme. I really hope no one is too concerned with the tidiness of how I do things, because there will be piles of sausage in car parts. And actually, that's pretty accurate. Other than the sausage, that's pretty accurate to my house, because you come over, I've just got car parts kind of scattered and skewed about. And it's like, oh man, I wish I had physical energy to work on a car right now, but instead, I don't. Okay, so pro tip: you can drink up, and you watch that urine bar go up. Oh yeah. There are a good amount of computer parts, but now I've kind of shoved those into the closet, and now there's just retro console parts and games laying about. Okay. Oh yeah, free to pee, baby. Free to pee. I don't even have a remote idea of what the Finnish national anthem was, or I would imitate it. But I don't know. Just imagine the Soviet Union march is playing. That's good enough. Yeah, if you get too dirty, you die of stinking. If you don't pee, you die of bladder explosion. If you get too stressed and you're Finnish, so one requirement in the building code of Finland is that you have a sauna in every house. And that while that is a joke, you won't be able to sell a house in Finland without a sauna because they're that essential to like their daily culture there. So that's fun. Uh, I'll be coming back to this, but I try not to turn it on without the intent purpose to go back to it, because you'll burn your house down, and that's another fun aspect of this game. We got the helmet. The helmet, you basically you want to wear that when you ride the pit bike, but what's a little brain damage? Am I using it? No. Use. Nope. The controls can sometimes be confusing. Ah, there we go. And they don't always cooperate with you. Especially now that I'm going to start putting stuff on the car. It's going to get very obvious that this game was made in Unity. Especially as I just try to grab the jack to move it. Okay. What? What foul language did it block out? Oh man. If that's the if it's gonna block basic stuff, I'm gonna have to go back and turn off that filter. I just wanted it to block racism. Is this? Oh, okay. I don't think. Oh, my GIFs don't work because of the way I'm capturing. Oh well, we'll go back to that another time and figure it out. I had the wide Putin meme and the walking John Lennon meme, but we'll play those later. Okay, now we begin the arduous process of why can't I get this to go and play? Oh, look at that. I bitch and moan, and then the first thing I try works. And now we start to hate ourselves. So, in real life, these subframe bolts would be fairly sizable. You'd be looking at, minimum like 16 millimeter. I'd say 18 millimeter is what it would be in real life. Biggest thing we got is a 15, not the right size. 14. Oh, nope. I'm looking at a different object, not the right size. 13. Okay, this would be the equivalent to a half inch or about 12. I don't want to tow it. I want to. I wanna screw it in. 10 millimeter. Oh yeah, you're gonna hold your frame together with bolts that are too small to physically stand up to that amount of force. Now, one thing, if you go play this game yourself, it's in, but you just want to keep hitting the scroll because you screw them in and out with the scroll button. Very intuitive. But you want to just keep hammering tight so that they get tighter than like just enough. Very realistic that way, but that way you don't just hit a bump and your whole car falls apart and ruins everything and makes you hate yourself. Because this is one of those hate yourself kind of games. The pile of sausage is probably, the wall of beer is the single most important part, but the pile of sausage is the second most important part. Like, they are very few things more essential to this game than sausage and Finnish beer. Much like life. So the good thing is you keep the last wrench you had on you. Uh, bad thing is like that doesn't help much because everything is a random size. But we got the frame in. So that is a very mediocre start. Now they call these wishbones, but if you're from the Indiana way, the old men will call these A-frames. And if you tell them they're control arms or the modern equivalent, they'll tell you no, control arms are completely different. And what they're thinking of is actually more like twin I-beam suspension. But I could bitch for an eternity about old white men, just in general, but also when it comes to them thinking they know everything about cars when they don't know that much. They just know what they know concretely, which I mean works. If you're only working on, you know, Fords and Chevys from the 70s, there's not much you really need to know. I mean, the motor's the most complex part, but even then, it's not that difficult. Now, like, I'll see people have vehicles that are like from 2010, and this old guy is trying to use standard sockets on it, and he's like, why don't any of these fit? And it's like, because the only thing in America that has used standard size sockets and bolts and nuts since 1996 is household appliances. And thankfully, if you watch, because most appliances are made in Europe, we're slowly switching over to Euro standard. Like everything PEX is technically a Euro standard, but they might sell it to people as a mock, oh, it's a generic standard measurement. I don't know standard. It's a nightmare. God, Postal. Those are some less than appropriate games. Is Postal 2 the one where you throw sledgehammers at cows' asses and they go in them? Oh man, and here we come across the why the hell won't this go in place? See, like even when it says it's in place, it does that. It's like, yeah, it's in place. Unity engine. It's also very realistic to the growing up working on cars in Indiana. Like you don't learn that jack stands are a thing until the car basically almost crushes you, and then like the basic tenets of safety are taught to you after you almost die. Cause yeah, that's just part of growing up and yeah, learning to be tough, I guess. Did that just fall through reality? No, it didn't. Okay, so we're not putting the steering column in yet, because that's gonna fall through reality. Now, stuff will fall through the earth, and the only way to get it back is to drive all the way to the dump and find it there. The problem is, we don't have a way to get to the dump yet, other than the fucking scooter. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, a separate jack. And so, if you're on the road, you can literally jack up your car and put the tire back on because you forgot to tighten all the bolts extra tight. Because that will happen repeatedly and incessantly and non-stop. Okay, steering rack. Oop, oh. There we go. And nope. Now, in reality, these I would expect to be at at least a 12 millimeter. What did I pick up? These are a 9 in this game, which, by the way, good luck having in a standard wrench set. 9 millimeters, not a common wrench size. Common caliber bullet. I guess that's not a caliber, is it? And this is it, guys. This is just the first couple hours of this game right here. Wait till we get to where we have to set the valve lash and tune the carburetor, and I just get it good enough and drive it to the shop and pay someone else to do it, just like in reality. Except for in oh no, just like in reality, I can use a fucking tractor and tow it there. I forgot about that. So I already have the achievement, but if you drive the tractor to town, you get a achievement that basically calls you a redneck. Oh yeah. This is definitely how you want to jack your car up, by the way. Just put all of the supporting weight on a body panel. That way, yeah, that folded steel right there, that can definitely hold up, the entire weight of the car and not get damaged in any way. That's totally how things work. Now, this game even goes far enough to where you have to like align your tires and you have to check the pressure on them. Like this is, like I said, one of the most realistic like mechanic simulator games you'll ever see. Though, do you not have to tighten the set nuts? That is a good question. It's like in real life you have these weird like trap washers with nuts. Okay, we'll come back to that. Oh, he says stuff. Oh, I'm peeing. I might as well pee in the hole. Oh. Like, and this is a accurate rack and pinion steering system. It uses McPherson struts, which once again is an accurate steering system. I can't get over the accuracy in this game compared to stuff that's supposed to be a realistic simulator like Car Mechanic Simulator, where it's just like, yeah, every car uses the same bushing. Yeah, like all V8 motors are the same. Like, yeah, I know, Mr. Kitty. And sometimes it's hard to figure out exactly what part you put on so that you can put the other part on. They call this a spindle when really this is the steering knuckle, but close enough. The spindle is actually the center part that the bearing and the wheel hub ride on. Okay. Bolt this first. So in reality, this would 100% be an 18 millimeter or above. And yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be very small. Now I've never worked on anything this old, so I can't say like that they didn't make glaring engineering mistakes about basic understanding of bolt strength and thread patterns and shank width and all the basic things that you learn like probably pretty early on in engineering school if you're going to be designing cars. But it's a game. And I can bitch, but it's still the most realistic one. Okay, and strut tower bolts are a different size. And that one would be a 16 to a 20 mil. These would probably be 15 mil in real life, because that's a common size even though it's odd. Oh, oh, that's our adjustment. You'll find a majority of this is just trying to figure out what wrench to use for which bolts. Oh my god, there we go. Now I'm very stressed and I'm very tired as a character, in real life too. But I'm gonna have to turn on the sauna here. Get that ready. And I'm gonna have to drink some extra water to show you guys just one of the most special parts of this game. One of the most well thought out and like you talk about game design, and one of the things that always stands out to me is they don't it doesn't seem like the people that design games are always the same mindset as the people that play them. So you get aspects of games that should be obvious, and for some reason they aren't. Like you'll see here in about 5 minutes or so, once the little man here stands about half mass, we'll be able to experience something very important together. Something that I think is an exemplary happening in any game ever. Something that's exactly what you do when you design a game. You expect someone to do exactly what you're gonna see. Yeah, this game also loves its god awful water physics. It's like that didn't spill it, but you can just accidentally sit it down wrong and it flies everywhere. Okay, wee wee pee pee man is getting there. I'm gonna have us a beer, just 'cause we can. Oh yeah, mom and dad left us a note. Don't be lazy. Fix dad's car. I was gonna do that anyway. Uncle's blue van can be loaned if his fat ass would get home. Don't drink alcohol. Okay, they'll come back when they're bored. I mean, isn't that why they left? So, the fun thing as well in this game, I don't have the computer yet. Oh, you just have the radar buster. Okay. This is going to be very important because, yeah, it's very easy to just drive past the cops by accident going 230 kilometers. I don't know if that's a realistic speed you can achieve in this game, but it's in Finland, so it's kilometers. Uh, if you go too many, they want to pull you over, and they will kill you pulling you over. Okay. So the only thing that kind of gets me about when you're putting this motor together is you don't take it like I'm hoping it's just been pre-machined, but then again, look at that rust. There's corrosion in the cylinder walls. Like this is not something you reassemble like this. But what are you gonna do? Hmm. And now comes the nightmare of fitting these parts into this thing in a way that it recognizes that you're fitting the part into it. Oh, 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 oh. Huh. Okay, well, let's go to the sauna and have a magical mystery moment. Holy cow, where's the light switch? Is that it? That is it. Okay. Ah, now, traditional Swedish sauna. Let me grab, give me, let me in. And we scoop up some water. We take 15 tries to try to hit the rocks. And eventually we just get really annoyed. Maybe Pee Pee Man's not hard enough yet. Yeah, I don't think Pee Pee Man's hard enough. Oh man. That's what you get when you buy the cheap gas station Viagra. Grandpa's not getting laid tonight. Why is it not showing the notification? Is there layers? Is OBS like onions and ogres? Are there layers? I think that might be part of the problem. Is that why we can't see John Lennon? No. Oh. Infinite death screen. No, there's still no John Lennon. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. Oh, no. Oh, guys. It's John Lennon. Get out of there, cat. No, you don't need to be getting in there. Get. Don't mess with stuff. Yeah, so, there's definitely layers. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. We've got Lennonception. So that means... Oh, yeah, wide Putin. Cool, those work. Uh, only quality streaming here, guys. Okay, and resume. See, here's another major problem is it's a day-night cycle, and night makes it too dark to work, and I don't feel like pushing the shit wagon in here. So we resort to trying to work on the engine, and like I said, that whole lining stuff up. This cylinder one, front of the motor is here. It's 4-cylinder. So, cylinder one. Maybe we put in the crankshaft first? I mean, really you're assembling the engine wrong either way, so... Yeah. Now we're cooking with renewable energy. Okay. Let's go check that sauna. Oh, fuck. This becomes a problem. Oh my god. Bedroom. Window. Where are you, flashlight? Oh no, actually. Should read them change logs. They be moving shit from where I think it's at. So yeah, you have to pay your power bill, and if you don't pay it, you lose power. There's a lot of dumb stuff in this game that I don't really like. But, pro tip. Oh, no, don't throw. Don't throw your flashlight. But, there you go. That's the essential parts of your house lit up. Nope. Okay. Well, that's good enough. Not anymore. You'll see me struggle and regret my life choices a lot the more you watch. Oh yeah, there we go. We could see enough. Oh god. Lord Priapus is ready. Scoopy. Schloop. Yes. We're just out here living our best life, fellas. You ready? Are you ready for the single most important thing that I think every game designer should focus on? They should think, if I was playing this game, what stupid shit would I do? You're in sauna. You've heard of golden showers, but have you ever heard of golden steam showers? It doesn't really do anything but make you dirty, but it's also just hilarious, so. Should have brought a sauna beer. Oh well. This is gonna reduce that stress down. Okay. It's just Unity Engine, Brandon. It's just Unity Engine. He says, it's just Unity Engine. It's just a game engine. It can't cause post-traumatic stress. Uh-oh. Oh, we're out of water. Pro tip. The Finnish headbutt breaks all laws of space-time. uh, Crossing streams here. Oh yeah. Watch your stress melt away in a nice golden pool. Well, I think that's enough trumping it up for now. I'll have to pay some other stripper to pee on me later. Ah, there we go. And remember, in Finland, is it Finland where they're running out of trash to burn for power? So we want to leave as many lights off as possible. Now we gotta find our bed. Oh yeah. Ball field. Don't you? Ball field. Have you seen my pipe? John, I am an orb. That's the whole joke. This is your parents' room? My favorite thing. Just pee all over their room. That's what you get for leaving. Go to pussy, Satan. What button says that? Satana. Oh yeah, you can see how fat you are. 80 kilos. I believe that is slightly overweight. I think like 65 to 70 is normal for like a guy. I don't know. That's just a lot of illicit substance is the only way I understand kilos. Like, oh, this is like go to jail amount. Okay. As far as I can tell, there's no need to specifically torque things or like tightening orders like you would have on real motors. It's like you'd have a pattern that you would swap and rock back and forth between specific. So these being the main bearings, you would first lightly snug everything, and then as you start to tighten down, you'd probably have a three-part method. So you'd probably start there, diagonal across, diagonal up, back, do the opposite, and that would be your first set of tightening. Then you would probably go back, starting there, going back, tightening it down to a second degree. And that could be the final, or sometimes you would loosen and retighten to another, depending on if they're stretching bolts, which are the magical $80 bolts that you only get to use once. So if you buy them and instead of taking your head to the body or to the machine shop to be checked, you just lay a level against it and call it good, then you waste $80 on higher grade head bolts than you needed. And you get blamed for the head being warped even though you didn't check it to see if it was warped. And then when you take it off and you actually check how warped it is, you research and you find out that there's a 0.08 thousandths or like 8 thousandths tolerance, so you can only machine off 8 thousandths before the valves interfere, which means they hit the pistons and bend. Well, 24 thousandths of warpage is not fixable. Oh, hello, Quellis. I apologize. I am probably going to mispronounce every single name that's not a standard like word, and even then, I'm just not that good at pronouncing stuff. But I hope you like someone who knows too much about cars bitching about a game being realistic and not realistic enough at the same time. Because if complaining and bitching while appreciating stuff is something you like, it's what I do. I don't know why the screen is stretching. It's because I run in 2560 and Streamlabs doesn't like that. Let me see about fixing that real quick. Because I'm also, this is my first stream, so I'm just trying to figure out how to get the aspect ratios to like me while also streaming the game. Maybe Windows specific capture? Let's try that. It literally doesn't show the game that's running as one of the options. Okay. Man. Is it... Can I force transform? No. Nope. It's just trying to be 2560. Window capture. I tried and it didn't show this window as available. Let me try it again. I appreciate the help because add new source. Oh. Okay. Can't change midstream. Uh, I got nothing but time. Would you prefer I hop back out and fix it? I could try to do that. I don't know enough about this. I really wish it just gives you the option to automatically do it. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay. Before I disconnect, do you know how I get it to go to the right aspect ratio? Do I just transform it to the exact amount of pixels, or is there a different setting I do? I feel so... Oh. It's because I'm literally desktoping in 2560, so I just have to go, I just have to drop my desktop display settings down. I wonder if it'll let me do that. No, general. Alright, Windows settings it is. Okay. I'm blind. Where's display? Oh, so if I set it, it should just automatically scale. How do I? It's set to 2560 by 1080. So I think it's just because it's streaming to a 1080 frame, it's stretching it. Let's just try a lazy way of fixing this before I actually... I hate Windows 10. Flat. Did that still leave it messed up? It's still improperly capturing. Okay. I will be back momentarily. One moment.